The Origins of Life. Reflections of Love and Light, Part 7. So now we're looking at frogs, and this one you can really see, you know what I mean? Obviously with the blue and then all these markings and stuff, like it resembles water, you know. Also you got this line here as well, which kind of comes over like the horizon line. These are like sunspots, or, you know, how the water refracts everything and bends all the light and stuff like. You got these, the green, you know, like the water, you know what I mean? Like you got some beaches. It's not very green as that one actually. You know, like some of these and stuff like. Oh, you see all greenness in it and stuff like. I missed that one last time. That's quite good for green now. Is that line there? It's almost like that line in a way when we're looking at all these lines on frogs and stuff, and there's so many things, because like you see this, you can see like what it can see that way. It's all refracted and broken up in it, so you can't really see it properly and stuff, but it's not the same. I don't know, there's some other photos which kind of I've like, you know, I've thought and contemplated whilst looking through things and stuff, and there's been loads of, like, does this one show it? You see, like, you've got like, you see in the picture in a way. And if this is moving, like, you know, if you could see a time lapse of that, you might be able to figure out what you're looking at. I'll explore on that idea, but we'll go back to frogs. So that's your horizon line. Bit of some shiner spots. I keep forgetting to call it that. It's the same pattern. See, we get your sunset. And colours in between all, you know, dispersed light and where it's kind of blocked off and stuff like, and maybe white belly and white yellow. And the patterns there. I mean, a lot of it's kind of self-explanatory, but you can see here, like, the sun is stretched between that wave. It's like a uniform wave. And you can see it on the back, but then it's like breaks up. So then, like, you've got like the snake patterns and all these kind of things and stuff. And the colours, you know. It's uniform wave again. You can see it's broken up into legs and stuff. Another one of them types. You get the colour properly there. With light, you can see. You see it there. So it's like burnt it, you know what I mean, with overexposure at the sun. And because water's moving, it's bending, and it's concave and convex area, surface at water and stuff. It's kind of creating different magnifying effects kind of thing. mucky water, but you got all this pattern, just going through it and stuff. That's quite cool. So you get your usual pattern on top, and your horizon line, your colours, and then down here all your watery effects again. That's almost like nighttime, or you know, it's like setting its sun in it. So another one. Yeah, ladybirds got the same pattern under. That's another one of them. So here on Turtle, this is you see, this is like, it's either a concave or a convex area of water, so it's allowed the sunlight to kind of focus into that area and stuff. You remember like giraffe or on snakes and stuff like that kind of thing, you can see it fades. It's like darker at the edges usually. This is like brighter at the edges, so it depends on which way you know the light's going to focus or whatever and stuff. But how it looks like an eye, you know, and then this looks like the iris kind of area, you know, the pattern of it and stuff. But obviously it's like the light and how it's hitting the water, and it could be going through the water, you know what I mean? It's different to how the patterns are on the snakes and stuff. And then you got these dots on edges of the shell. It's like the sun for each one. And more sunlight spots across its body and stuff. It's repeated. You got all your lines over there and stuff. See how sun there, and then sun there, how it's stretched. That one there. And so you think about like your reptilian eyes or cats. How their eyes are kind of like, you know, that slit kind of shape and stuff like. So I think that's where it comes from anyway. You know what I mean? It's kind of like because the water bends and it's, you know, taking the shape. It used it as a way of like seeing and stuff like. So like on that fish which had that yellow, you know, big piece of it was just yellow kind of thing, and other parts were like really dark. It's that little bit of light coming through. It's also, you can see it here again. You know what I mean? And a little repetition for it and stuff. Some of them are the same, but I was looking for a British frog. New standard one. Like them. It's like up your horizon there and stuff. It's quite dark there though, where you get different ones. You don't see them as often now. You get your pattern there. Obviously from water. Maybe amphibian anyway, aren't they? So like an horizon line. Horizon line. You see, it's deeper water, so it's going blue. Unless it's something to do with sky. But let's have a look. It's got waves in it and stuff, so. Put it to there. See a horizon with a sunset. You can see sunset on the horizon. But yeah, at the bottom half of the eye, and it, you know, it's gonna. I don't know. Is it the sun making it look like an eye, like we see on butterflies and all that kind of stuff? You got your waves, the sun in between it. Could be moon as well, like I say about lunar phases and all that kind of thing. The ladybirds, you see it's sun on orange. The sun but stretched. The sun on out water's like wobbling about and it stretches it open and stuff, so it's gonna like bend in it. The sun, and it's got a mouth as well. So like, say like the ocean and all that kind of stuff, like the waves and stuff, how that kind of crashes into ocean like teeth and stuff. But it's resemblant of it in a way. There's more pictures of it. Again, maybe it's sun and moon, white and yellow and stuff like. A crayfish. You got all your patterns on it and stuff. I'm sure for another reason why I put it in here, though. I can't remember why. You know, it should be with fish, really. Another beetle, you've got your uniform waves going over, and you can see the sky, the sunlight, and all that kind of stuff. Like, so it's like thermal temperatures, you know what I mean, in a sense. And also it connects to something else as well, which I've got a topic onto it, a folder, which we'll come to. Sunlight and water. It's all reflections of sunlight on water. And top wings as well. That's quite cool. It's got like the surface of water and all sunlight gleaming off it. Representation of the sun there. It's bent, it's kind of extended, so it looks like the Eye of Sauron, doesn't it, off of Lord of the Rings. But when you got it there again, trying to mimic eyes, you know, big eyes to scare away predators, but it's still behind the design of it anyway, isn't it? Well, you know, from the previous videos I put in and stuff. Yeah, it looks like wood, but it also looks like water. Like we were speaking about it on the first video, how the flow of wood kind of looks like water. So I've included these into this as well. Oh, actually, go back. Sun. The little spots. I see sunlight there. It's just one of them because it's like one hemisphere. You know what I mean? Like, so it looks like a photograph now rather than just colour on a beetle. Is it mimicked a snake? Some sort of caterpillar. I've forgotten what it was because it's 4 months ago since since I downloaded them all. Another one. So like you're reflecting even in its physical proportions rather than just colour in a sense and stuff. Like, because I saw that one which had like a picture of a snake on its back. Again, this is sunlight. Part at day, another part at day, or it's the water, splitting it up and stuff. I tend to think it's like the daily process. So if I'm honest, I've got like a line. It's suggesting it's more likely to be water, and I looked it up, and the assumption is that it's light coming through trees, so like the space in between the leaves is creating these patterns and stuff. But it doesn't really add up to the line. You know what I mean? Why would it have a line going across? Again, it's like symmetrical on the other side. Oh, pretty much kind of thing. Like, again, you got all these same things. That's the sun. You know what I mean? It's just like how it's processed for colours kind of thing. Sun. That one's like, the uniform and stuff like all your colours and stuff. The blue one's quite obvious in that kind of sense. Twist them. Oops. Another pattern. Another one of these. As you look at it there. Oh. You can see waves starting in sunlight and stuff. Like clouds. It could be, but it's loads really. But it depends. Let's have a look. Like over here and stuff like that, you can see all of them. It's a bit difficult to see that one actually. This one's got like loads anyway. And you can see a little water pattern, and sunlight and stuff. Created a face. Another one, almost a face. It's got 4 dots at the bottom. Although that could be, 2 eyes and a mouth. Heat sun. The more you look, the more you kind of confirm that that's what it is. One looks like wood, but again, like how wood looks like the water. It's like waves between the, outlines and stuff. And then you got these, look like eyeballs. It's a glance. See, it looks like sunlight shining through. But through water, I assume rather than trees and stuff. Like I said, those lines really take it out. And everything else is very water-based. You know, this is an insect that flies, so why would it have like water references? It's like, you know, its origin is from water, you know what I mean? Uniform, and then spots of sunlight going across the water. And then brown, you know, it's like river water. The ocean. With sunlight. Green, so shallow water. It's a dragon caterpillar. It had no reference. I just left it in. You know, water and sunlight. Wood, off. It flows like water in a sense. It looks so like wood, it's kind of like difficult to see it in terms of me saying it's just water. I mean, you got it on insects' eyes. The same uniform pattern which flows, or almost uniform. You see, this is like the ocean surface. To the ocean, every convex part of it is a is another lens for it. You know what I mean? It's like just one big massive eye, but with a million lenses like this. So like the sun comes over and, well, it receives the light, doesn't it? But in comparison, because it's got that pine cone symmetry, so like we say, we see that on ocean surface. So it's like, is that where it's learned it from? You know what I mean? It's gathered out to like be able to see from loads of different lenses, kind of thing. Whereas the development of it, it changes, like this one, for instance. It's got eyes inside it. You know what I mean? And I say it looks like the sun, like the overexposed version, so it's like black. But like, you know, like the development I was showing you on like the butterfly to the hawk moth, you can see like the development is like becoming more unified. So then, like, to be using just one lens rather than, you know, however many insects have and stuff. You see, there's another thing. It's darkness here. It's like the sea floor, the depth, and then the white area or the light area. It's like the sea floor. I mean, you got it at this side, obviously. That one. See, he's got it as well. Assuming it's he. You see here. See into distance. This is all water. I imagine there's fluid in there. But it's got this distortion to it, which makes it look, you know, even more like it's underwater, in a sense. That's at sunset. Like ocean floor. The previous ones were dragonflies. This is just like a more of a standard fly. But again, you got these patterns like that. That's like the ocean, and that's like the air maybe, but and some flowers. They're quite cool, aren't they? You can see sunlight. Like I say, like the insect's eye having many lenses. Is that what it looks like to the ocean? When the ocean looks up at the sun, is it like seeing through so many different lenses? That's how many suns it kind of appears to have. Oh, sunlight. And more of these. With smiling faces. Oh, not all of them. But quite often they're smiling. So it's that personality which comes out of it, you know what I mean? Why do humans want to be happy? You know what I mean? We're no different from anything else in terms of, you know, where we came from. Okay, yeah, sometimes we are angry. It depends what's going on. But, I mean, you know, it's pattern at sun, isn't it? But there is an aspect of that. I mean, if water is emotion, and you know, you look at the ocean and how expressive it is, you know what I mean, and stuff like if it is a storm and stuff like that, how the ocean acts in a sense and stuff like, you know, it can be calm or it can be rough, you know what I mean. So there's something in that. Right, I'm gonna leave it at that, and I've only got one more. Hopefully, maybe two more, but it should be just one, maybe. We'll see. And I'll catch you in a bit. Thank you.